People celebrate the breakthrough, the applause, and the moment everything finally comes together. That's the part of the story the world remembers. People see the victory, the promotion, the successful deal, and the moment when everything finally seems to click into place. What they never show are the long nights, the quiet sacrifices, and the invisible hours spent building when nobody was watching. They don't show the failures that received no applause, or the lonely nights when you kept working while the rest of the world was asleep. Between the struggle and the breakthrough lies a season of silence, where nothing seems to happen even though everything important is quietly taking shape. When no one notices your effort, doubt begins to whisper that you're on the wrong path, even though the silence is simply part of the journey. When you begin to believe the silence means you've chosen the wrong path, started too late, or aimed higher than you ever should have. But silence is not failure. Sometimes it simply means you're walking through the part of the journey where growth is still invisible. But imagine what it truly takes to build a road through a mountain that has stood strong for hundreds of years. They arrived with nothing more than simple tools, determined hands, and the belief that something worthwhile waited on the other side. Day after day, they struck the same wall of stone, making progress so small that anyone watching from a distance would have called it impossible. From the outside, nothing seemed to change. But beneath the surface, the mountain was already beginning to surrender, one strike at a time. The work was always happening beneath the surface. It simply wasn't visible yet, and that doesn't make it any less real. That is exactly where you are today. You are doing work that the world cannot measure yet, but that doesn't mean it isn't changing you. You may not have shown up perfectly every day, but you've shown up far more often than you've been willing to give yourself credit for. Every challenge you've solved and every lesson you've learned has quietly strengthened you in ways that no one else can yet recognize. Every hour spent refining your craft is shaping a reputation that hasn't revealed itself yet, but is already being built. The greatest danger isn't the competition or the obstacles ahead. It's allowing doubt to become louder than the purpose that brought you this far. The work itself won't stop you, and the darkness won't stop you either. The only thing powerful enough to end the journey is deciding to stop walking. People you admire once stood exactly where you are now, unable to see how their story would end, but choosing to move forward anyway. They never knew which ordinary day would become the one that changed everything. They simply kept showing up with the same commitment every morning. There were moments when walking away felt like the most reasonable decision they could make, yet something inside refused to let them quit. That stubborn determination isn't weakness. It's the quiet strength that keeps ordinary people moving long enough to create extraordinary results. Breakthrough rarely arrives on the schedule you expect, but if you keep moving forward with patience and purpose, the light always finds its way to you. Think about what happens when you plant a seed. You prepare the ground, place it carefully beneath the surface, and trust a process you cannot yet see. For days, the ground looks exactly the same, tempting you to believe that nothing is happening, because nothing has appeared above the surface. Yet beneath the surface, life already begun. The roots are growing in silence long before anyone can see. Yet too many dreams end because people abandon them, just before the invisible work has a chance to become visible progress. Real growth demands patience. Your responsibility isn't to force the results to appear, but to keep showing up and doing the work faithfully. There is already a version of your future waiting beyond this season. You may not be able to see it yet, but every step forward is bringing you closer to it. You don't need to see the summit to know you're climbing in the right direction. Progress often asks you to trust the path before it reveals the destination. You're not asking tomorrow for proof that today's effort matters. Every disciplined action you take now is quietly shaping the opportunities that haven't arrived yet. The view from the top isn't given to those who stop halfway. It belongs to those who keep climbing even when the finish line is still hidden. Keep building even when nobody celebrates your progress. Quiet consistency today becomes visible success when enough ordinary days are placed together. Pressure isn't destroying you. Just as fire strengthens steel, every difficult season is shaping you into someone stronger than you were before. Struggle was never standing in your way. It has been giving you the strength to rise higher than you ever believed possible. Your life isn't waiting to begin someday in the future. Every disciplined decision you make today is already becoming part of the life you're building. Your lives are not built through a few extraordinary days. They are built through hundreds of ordinary days where you chose discipline instead of excuses. Success often grows during the quiet hours, when most people choose comfort instead of the small actions that slowly transform their future. Then one ordinary day becomes extraordinary, and the breakthrough you've been preparing for finally arrives after all the unseen work. Then, when you finally stand in the light, never forget the lonely path you walked through the darkness to reach this moment. Someone else will one day look at your success and assume it came easily, unless you choose to tell them the truth about what it really took.
Tell them about the nights no one believed in you, the mornings you questioned yourself, and the countless days when nothing seemed to change.
Tell them about the invisible work, the mountain that moved one strike at a time, and the seed that kept growing long before anyone could see it. What changed your life wasn't a single lucky moment. It was the quiet decision you made every day to keep going when quitting would have been easier. The darkness was never your enemy. It was the place where your strength, your character, and your future were quietly being built. So when tomorrow comes, don't wait for certainty, don't wait for applause, don't wait for permission. Keep showing up and keep building, because everything worth having was built in the dark. Follow the Growth Steve for more motivation that keeps you moving.